terms of an expression. In this video, we will learn what are the terms of an expression, what are variables and constants, what are factors. Children, in our previous class, we learned that an expression which contains variables, numbers and symbols of different operations is called an algebraic expression. Now, let's understand it with the help of an example. Farida is a student of class 7. She has to note the temperatures of the city for the entire week for her science project. She prepared the following table. Monday, 20 degrees Celsius. Tuesday, 22 degrees Celsius. Wednesday, 24 degrees Celsius. Thursday, 25 degrees Celsius. Friday, 23 degrees Celsius. Saturday, 20 degrees Celsius. Can you guess the temperature she would have noted on Sunday? Suppose that the city's average temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. If you look at the entire table carefully, you can see that the average temperature is changing constantly. Temperature on Monday is 20 degrees Celsius. On Tuesday, it is 20 degrees Celsius plus 2 degrees Celsius, which is 22 degrees Celsius. On Wednesday, it is 20 degrees Celsius plus 4 degrees Celsius, which is 24 degrees Celsius. As we have seen, the temperature can be more than 20 degrees Celsius. In this situation, we cannot express it by any number. Instead, we can use English letters in the place of numbers such as A, B, C, V, X, etc. These characters are called variables. Their values are not constant, that is, their values keep changing. For example, if we show the temperature on Sunday as 20 degrees Celsius plus X, then X can take different values such as 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Therefore, the temperature on Sunday can be anything like 21 degrees Celsius, 22 degrees Celsius, 23 degrees Celsius, etc. But the value of 20 degrees Celsius is certain and it does not change. So, we call it a constant. So far, we have studied how to form an expression. Now, we will learn about the terms of an algebraic expression and their factors. 5x plus 8. Let's look at this algebraic expression. This expression has been formed by adding 8 to 5x. That means we have to add or subtract the terms to form an expression. Let's understand this with the help of an example. If the price of dal is 10 rupees less than the price of rice and the price of rice is x, then what will be the price of dal? It is very important to understand the information given to us to express a statement in an expression. A good way to understand the information is to simplify the language. In the given example, the price of dal is less than the price of rice by 10 rupees. Here, the value of rice is x. Thus, by deducting 10 from x, we get the price of dal, x minus 10. There are two terms in this expression. First one is x and the second one is minus 10. Therefore, for an expression, terms are written this way using operations of addition or subtraction. These terms are called as terms of an expression. In the product of a variable and a number, the number is called the coefficient. For example, 10 is the coefficient of a in the expression 10a. Today, we have learned what are the terms of an expression, what are variables and constants, what are factors. I hope that now you are familiar with the terms of an expression. In the next video, we will learn this in a better way with some examples. Thank you. Terms of an expression. Examples. Children, so far we have learned about terms of expression and its factors and coefficients. Let's solve some examples related to these concepts. Mohan's age is A years. His father's age is 5 years more than 3 times his age. Then what is his father's age? Let's form an expression that represents the age of Mohan's father. Here, Mohan's age is A years. Now, to represent the age of Mohan's father, we will multiply A with 3. We will get 3A and then we will add 5 to it. Therefore, we get 3A plus 5. If you look at this expression carefully, you will notice that it has two terms. The first term is formed by the product of 3 and A, and the second term is 5. Thus, 3 and A are the factors of the first term. Now, let's understand another example. Suppose Radha has X yellow and Y red roses. Her brother Ramesh has half the yellow roses and 3 times red roses than Radha. So, how many roses does Ramesh have? To represent the total number of roses Ramesh has, let's form an expression. Radha has X number of yellow roses and Y number of red roses. Now, to know the number of yellow roses Ramesh has, we have to divide X by 2, and to know the number of red roses, we will multiply Y by 3. Similarly, to represent the total number of roses that Ramesh has, we will find the sum of both yellow and red roses. Therefore, we get an expression X by 2 plus 3Y. In this expression also, we have two terms. The first term is X by 2 and the second term is 3Y. Thus, the factors of the first term of the expression X by 2 are X and 1 by 2, and the factors of the second term 3Y are 3 and Y. With these examples, we have learned about the terms of an expression and their factors. In the next video, we will discuss some misconceptions related to expressions and clarify them. Thank you. Terms of an expression. Examples. Children, so far we have learned about terms of expression and its factors and coefficients. Let's solve some examples related to these concepts. Mohan's age is A years. His father's age is 5 years more than 3 times his age. Then what is his father's age? Let's form an expression that represents the age of Mohan's father. Here, Mohan's age is A years. Now, to represent the age of Mohan's father, we will multiply A with 3. We will get 3A and then we will add 5 to it. Therefore, we get 3A plus 5. If you look at this expression carefully, you will notice that it has two terms. The first term is formed by the product of 3 and A, and the second term is 5. Thus, 3 and A are the factors of the first term. Now, let's understand another example. Suppose Radha has X yellow and Y red roses. Her brother Ramesh has half the yellow roses and 3 times red roses than Radha. So, how many roses does Ramesh have? To represent the total number of roses Ramesh has, let's form an expression. Radha has X number of yellow roses and Y number of red roses. Now, to know the number of yellow roses Ramesh has, we have to divide X by 2, and to know the number of red roses, we will multiply Y by 3. Similarly, to represent the total number of roses that Ramesh has, we will find the sum of both yellow and red roses. Therefore, we get an expression x by 2 plus 3y. In this expression also, we have two terms. The first term is x by 2 and the second term is 3y. Thus, the factors of the first term of the expression x by 2 are x and 1 by 2, and the factors of the second term 3y are 3 and y. With these examples, we have learned about the terms of an expression and their factors. In the next video, we will discuss some misconceptions related to expressions and clarify them. Thank you.
Like and unlike terms. From this video, we will learn like and unlike terms. What are like and unlike terms? Children, so far we have read about terms of an expression. Let us now revise it through a tree diagram. Here, the expression 6y to the power 2x plus 3xy is formed by combining two terms, in which 6y to the power 2x is the first term and 3xy is the second term. In the expression 6y to the power 2x plus 3xy, the factors of 6y to the power of 2x are 6y, y, x, and the factors of 3xy are 3x, y. Here, the coefficient of x in the first term is 6y square and the coefficient of y is 6xy. In the second term, the coefficient of x is 3y and the coefficient of y is 3x. Let us now understand about like and unlike terms. Reena and Raj are two good friends and they have some toys. Raj has a total of 5 elephants, 2 lions and 3 horses. Similarly, Reena has 7 elephants, 1 lion and 3 rabbits. Divide the toys of both friends into like and unlike groups. To make an equal group, we will place the elephants of Reena and Raj in one place, and similarly, we will keep their lions in another place. Similarly, in order to make groups of the same kind, we have to place the rabbits and horses separately. Children, as you must have noticed, we have made groups of elephants with elephants and lions with lions because they are similar. Whereas rabbits and horses are not similar, so they have formed a separate group. Similarly, if the algebraic terms of any algebraic expressions are same, then they are called like terms. And if the algebraic factors of these terms are different, then they are called unlike terms. For example, identify the like and unlike terms in the following expression. 5x to the power 2 minus 3y to the power 2z minus 7x to the power 2 plus 5xy plus 4y to the power 2z minus 2xy plus 2ab. The factors of 5x square are 5x, x. The factors of 3y square z are 3y, y, z. The factors of 7x square are 7x, x. The factors of 5xy are 5x, y. The factors of 4y square z are 4, y, y, z. The factors of 2xy are 2, x, y, and the factors of 2ab are 2ab. So you can see that the algebraic factors of 5x square and 7x square are x, x, and the algebraic factors of 3y square z and 4y square z are y, y, z. And the algebraic factors of 5xy and 2xy are x, y. Because they are all similar, they are called like terms. The algebraic factors of 2ab are a, b. Since these factors are different, these terms are called unlike terms. Children, with the help of this video, you must have understood like and unlike terms. We will learn this topic in more detail with the help of some examples in the next video. Thank you. Like and unlike terms. Examples. Let us understand like and unlike terms with the help of some examples. Example 1. Ram and Shyam are childhood friends. Today, their mother sent them to the market to purchase some fresh vegetables. Let us see what have they purchased from the market. Ram bought 3 kg potatoes, 7 kg onions, 8 kg tomatoes, and Shyam purchased 4 kg potatoes, 2 kg tomatoes, and 3 kg lady's finger from the market.
Oh no, Ram, I forgot to bring a bag with me. There are so many articles. Where do I keep them?
Said Shyam in a worried tone to Ram. Ram replied, "You can keep your vegetables in my bag." So students, can you tell me in the bag which vegetables are like and which are unlike? Here, represent potatoes with A, onion with P, tomatoes with T, and lady's finger as B. Let us make groups of like things. In the bag, group of potatoes is equal to 3A, 4A. Group of tomatoes is equal to 8T, 2T. Similarly, let us make groups of unlike things. Group of onions is equal to 7P. Group of lady's finger is equal to 3B. So here we saw that there are similar groups like terms of potatoes and tomatoes, whereas onion and lady's fingers are non-similar groups unlike terms. Example 2. Look at the following and decide whether the terms are like terms or unlike terms. 6xz and 6x square z square. If we form the factors of these two terms, we will find that the factors of 6xz are 6x and z. Similarly, the factors of 6x square z square are 6xx z and z. Here the algebraic factors of both the terms are different from each other. Therefore, these two terms are unlike terms. With the help of these examples, we have learnt about like terms and unlike terms. We also learnt how to differentiate between them. In the next video, we will know about some misconceptions relating to the topic and will try to solve them. Thank you. Today we will see misconceptions of like and unlike terms. With the help of some examples, we have learnt about the mistakes that happen while solving questions related to like and unlike terms. Now let's see what are the common mistakes that happen while solving questions related to like and unlike terms. Identify the like terms in the following: 20xy, 10y raised to the power 3, 20zx. At times, we make the mistake of assuming that if the coefficient of two terms is same, then those terms will be similar. But this is not correct. It is a misconception. The terms whose variables are equal and not their coefficients are called like terms. In the given terms, the coefficient of 20xy and 20zx is same, but their variables are different. So, they are unlike terms. Now, if you look at them carefully, you will realize that the variables of the three terms are different. So, they all are unlike terms. Let us learn about one more misconception. Identify the like terms in the following: 7ab to the power 2c, 15b to the power 2ac, 3cab to the power 2. In the given terms, the factors of 7ab to the power 2c are 7a, b, b, c. And the factors of 15b to the power 2ac are 15, b, b, a, c. And the factors of 3cab to the power 2 are 3, c, a, b, b. It is important to note here that the variables of the three terms are AB, BC, but their order is different from one another. This means they are not written in proper order. As we know, terms with like variables are called like terms. Here, variables of all three terms are AB, BC, which are like or similar. Therefore, they all are like terms. Sometimes, children assume that like terms also have variables in the same order. But it is not necessarily so. Even if the variables of two terms are similar, but their order is not same, the terms will be considered as like terms. Today, we have learned the misconceptions related to like and unlike terms. We hope that by watching this video, the misconceptions about like and unlike terms are cleared, and you have a better understanding on like and unlike terms. Thank you. Meaning and types of polynomials. Today we will learn meaning of polynomials, types of polynomials. In the previous video, we have learned about terms. So now, let's understand them in detail. Terms are formed by the combination of variables and constants. For example, 8x, 3ab. Suppose there are A flowers in a pot, and another pot has twice the number of flowers than the first pot. How many flowers does the second pot have? Flowers in the first pot is equal to A. Flowers in the second pot is equal to A multiplied by 2 is equal to 2A. Here, 2A is a term which is formed by multiplying 2 and A. Let us understand more about polynomials and their types. In this video, we will learn how to recognize monomial, binomial, trinomial, and polynomial. Example 1. Sonu, Monu, Pinky, and Rinky are 4 siblings. Their uncle brought them some eatables from a fair. All four of them picked up the item they loved the most. The following is the list of eatables chosen by each child. Sonu, 2 samosas. Monu, 4 jalebis, 3 pedas. Pinky, 2 laddus, 1 samosa, 4 jalebis. Rinky, 2 laddus, 1 samosa, 4 jalebis, 5 pedas. Represent these eatables in the form of polynomials. Here, we represent samosas by variable s, jalebis are represented by j, pedas are represented by p, and laddus are represented by the variable l. Sonu, 2s. Monu, 4j, 3p. Pinky, 2l, 1s, 4j. Rinky, 2l, 1s, 4j, 5p. As we can see here, Sonu has 1, Monu has 2, Pinky has 3, and Rinky has 4 items with them. Similarly, the expression with only one term is called a monomial. The expression which has 2 unlike terms is called a binomial. The expression which has 3 unlike terms is called a trinomial. The expression which has 1 or more unlike terms is called a polynomial. Binomial, monomial, and trinomial are all types of polynomials. So children, today we learned meaning of polynomials and types of polynomials. In the next video, we will learn this topic in detail with the help of few examples. Thank you. Examples of polynomials. In the last video, we had learned about the meaning of polynomials and their types. In this video, we will understand polynomials better with some examples. Example 1. Mohan, Rohit, and Pankaj are good friends. All 3 are classmates too. They all went to the shop to buy pens for themselves. All 3 chose different colored pens for themselves. Mohan bought 2 red, 3 blue, and 4 green pens for himself. Rohit bought only 2 blue color pens and Pankaj brought 3 red, 5 blue, 2 green, and 7 black pens for himself. Can you classify the given information in the form of monomial, binomial, trinomial, and polynomial? Here we represent the color red as A, blue as B, green as C, and black as D. Red is equal to A, blue is equal to B, green is equal to C, black is equal to D. Let's now summarize the total number of pens with them in the form of polynomials. Mohan, 2A plus 3B plus 4C. Rohit, 2B. Pankaj, 3A plus 5B plus 2C plus 7D. Mohan has 3 types of pens with him. We know that the expressions that have 3 unlike terms are called trinomials. Therefore, 2A plus 3B plus 4C will be called a trinomial. Similarly, Rohit has a single type of pen with him, so 2B is a monomial. Now if we take a look at Pankaj's pens, There are 4 types of pens with him. Hence, 3a plus 5b plus 2c plus 7d is a polynomial. Example 2. Classify the following into monomial, binomial and trinomial. 5 p square qr plus 3pq minus 7pqr square. 2 mn cube minus 5a square b. 11 t u square v. In the given expression, there are 3 types of terms, in which the first term is 5p square qr, the second term is 3pq, and the third term is minus 7pqr square. Therefore, it is a trinomial. In the given expression, there are 2 types of terms given, in which the first term is 2mn cube, and the second term is minus 5a square b. Therefore, it is a binomial. This given expression has only one term, which is 11 tu square v. Therefore, it is a monomial. So today we have seen examples of polynomials. In the next video, we will learn about the misconceptions related to polynomials. Thank you. Polynomials, misconceptions. Today we will see misconceptions related to polynomials. In the previous video, we understood polynomials better with few examples. Now, let's clear some misconceptions related to them. Which of the following expressions is a polynomial? 2xy, pq plus 2, y plus x plus z. Or all of the above. A. 2xy. If you observe option A carefully, you will get to know that it is an expression which has a single term. As we had seen earlier, an expression which has one or more terms is called a polynomial. B. pq plus 2. If you observe option B, then you will find that this expression pq plus 2 has 2 terms. So this is a binomial. Hence, it will also be a polynomial as it has more than one term. C. y plus x plus z. If you observe option C, then you will find that this expression y plus x plus z has 3 terms which is joined together. Hence, this is a trinomial and it is also a polynomial. D. All of the above. As we have seen above, all the given options are polynomials. Therefore, option D would be the correct answer. Which of the following is a trinomial? A. y raised to 3. B. 3uvz. C. b plus 5 plus 2b. D. p raised to 2 plus 5p minus 4. A. y raised to 3. If you observe the option A, you will find that it has only one single term in it, hence it is a monomial and not a trinomial, so this is not the correct answer. B. 3uvz. This option too has a single term. This too is not a trinomial, Hence, this is not the correct option. C. B plus 5 plus 2b. If you observe the option C here, b and 2b are like terms and the second term is 5. Hence, it's a binomial. So this too is not the correct answer. D. P raised to 2 plus 5p minus 4. If you observe this option, you will find that this expression has 3 terms. This is a trinomial. Hence, option D will be the correct answer. Today we saw misconceptions related to polynomials. Hopefully, this video would have helped you in better understanding of polynomials and cleared some misconceptions you had on polynomials. Thank you.
Addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. Today we will see addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. Till now, you have learned to classify like and unlike terms. Look at these expressions. Can you add and subtract these expressions? 5x plus 7 and 2x, 3p plus 5 and 2p minus 3q. To understand these expressions, we must understand addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. In our daily life, we use expressions and arithmetic operations in many situations. In this video, we will learn how the algebraic expressions are added and subtracted. Example 1. Arun's father's present age is twice Arun's age. If the age of Arun's grandfather is 3 years more than the sum of Arun's and his father's age, then how old is Arun's grandfather? Suppose Arun's age is A years. So Arun's father's age is equal to 2 times A, which is equal to 2A. As we know that Arun's grandfather's age is 3 years more than the sum of Arun's and his father's ages, grandfather's age is equal to Arun's age plus Arun's father's age plus 3, which is equal to A plus 2A plus 3. In this expression, A and 2A are like terms and 3 is an unlike term. Now, here we will add like terms and get 3A plus 3, which will be the age of Arun's grandfather. As we saw in some expressions earlier, 5x plus 7 and 2x and 3p plus 5q and 2p minus 3q. Now let's add and subtract them. Sum of 5x plus 7 and 2x, 5x plus 7 plus 2x. Here, 5x and 2x are like terms, so we will arrange them as 5x plus 2x in brackets plus 7. 7 is the unlike term and will not be added. So by adding the like terms, we get 7x plus 7. Five x plus 7 minus 2x. Here, 5x and 2x are like terms, so we will rearrange these two terms. That is, 5x minus 2x in brackets plus 7. 7 is the unlike term and hence cannot be subtracted. Therefore, By subtracting the like terms, we will get 3x plus 7. Sum of 3p plus 5q and 2p minus 3q. 3p plus 5q plus 2p minus 3q. Here, 3p and 2p and 5q and 3q are like terms, so we can rearrange it to get the like terms together. 3p plus 2p in brackets plus 5q minus 3q in brackets. By combining the like terms, we get 5p plus 2q. 3p plus 5q minus 2p plus 3q, subtraction of 3p plus 5q and 2p minus 3q. Here, we will bring the terms out of the brackets. As we know that in subtraction, while eliminating the brackets, the sign of those terms inside the bracket changes. 3p plus 5q minus 2p plus 3q. Here, 3p and 2p and 5q and 3q are like terms. So, we will rearrange the like terms. 3p minus 2p in brackets plus 5q plus 3q in brackets. By combining the like terms, we will get 1p plus 8q. Today, we saw addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. In the next video, we will get to know it better with some examples. Thank you. Addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. Today we will see examples of addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. In the last video, we learned about adding and subtracting the algebraic expressions. Let us understand it better with the help of some examples. Example 1. Subtract the following expressions: 7ab plus 15mn and 2ab plus 8mn minus 3k. 7ab plus 15mn minus open bracket 2ab plus 8mn minus 3k close bracket. Now let's remove the brackets. As we know that in subtraction, the sign of the terms changes once out of the bracket. So, 7ab plus 15mn minus 2ab minus 8mn plus 3k. Rearrange these terms with the help of brackets. Here, 7ab and 2ab and 15mn and 8mn are equal terms. So, we will keep the same terms together, while 3k is an unlike term, which we will not group with the other terms. 7ab minus 2ab in brackets plus 15mn minus 8mn in brackets plus 3k. By subtracting the like terms, we will get 5ab plus 7mn plus 3k. Let us solve it by another method. In this method, we place the expressions one below the other in such a way that the like terms remain in the same line. So here, we place 2ab under 7ab and 8mn below 15mn, and we keep 3k apart because it is an unlike term. It is to be noted here that the signs of the expression below becomes opposite. So 2ab will be minus 2ab and 8mn will be minus 8mn. minus 3k will become plus 3k. Therefore, by subtracting these terms, we will get 5ab plus 7mn plus 3k. So today we saw examples of addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. In the next video, we will learn about some of the misconceptions related to them. Thank you. Addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. Misconceptions. Today we will see misconceptions related to addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. With some examples, we have come to know well about addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. Now let us clear up some misconceptions related to them. Misconception 1. Subtract the given expressions 21d square plus 15e and 3d square plus 4e plus 5p, which is equal to 21d square plus 15e minus open brackets 3d square plus 4e plus 5p close brackets. Children often do not change the signs of terms after bringing them out of the brackets, which is a misunderstanding. The correct understanding is that if there is a sign of subtraction outside the bracket, all the signs inside the bracket will change when the terms come out of the bracket. But if the sign outside the bracket is positive, then the signs inside the brackets do not change. Now the terms will be rearranged with the help of brackets. On doing so, we get open bracket 21d square minus 3d square close brackets plus open bracket 15e minus 4e close bracket minus 5p. Which is equal to 18d square plus 11e minus 5p. Misconception 2. Subtract the given expressions. 30pq plus 14q plus 12p and 21pq minus 10p minus 18q. Often children forget to change the sign of the terms written below and do not keep the same terms in the same line, which makes the answer wrong. We place the expressions one below the other in such a way that the like terms remain in the same line. Here, we have 21pq below 30pq, and we will keep minus 10p below 12p and 18q below 14q. It is to be noted here that the symbols of the expression below become opposite. 21pq will become minus 21pq, minus 10p will become plus 10p, minus 18q will become plus 18q. Hence, on solving these terms, we will get 9pq plus 22p plus 32q. Today we saw misconceptions of addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. Hopefully, this video would have cleared some of your misconceptions regarding addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. Thank you.
Finding the value of an expression when the value of one variable is given. Today we will learn to solve an algebraic expression when value of one variable is given. You have already learned about algebraic expressions. Now, let's understand it better with the help of an example. Komal's mother's age is 7 more than twice her age. If Komal's age is k years, then provide a suitable expression to calculate her mother's age. As we know, Komal's age is k years and Komal's mother's age equals 7 more than twice Komal's age, which is 2 multiplied by k plus 7 is equal to 2k plus 7. Therefore, the expression to find her mother's age will be 2k plus 7. Now let us learn how to solve an expression if value of one variable is given. Let's solve a question to understand this. Find the value of the expression x square plus 3x minus 14. If x is equal to 3, we substitute x is equal to 3 in the given equation. On doing so, x square becomes 3 square and 3x becomes 3 multiplied by 3. Now our expression becomes 3 square plus 3 multiplied by 3 minus 14. 3 square is 3 multiplied by 3, 9. And 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. Substituting these values in the equation, we get is equal to 9 plus 9 minus 14. 9 plus 9 is 18. And 18 minus 14 is 4. Therefore, the answer will be 4. Example 2. Simplify the following expression and find its value when the value of a is 5. A square minus 3, a plus 2. Simplifying this expression, we get a square minus 3a minus 6. Substituting a is equal to 5 in this expression, we get 5 square minus 3 multiplied by 5 minus 6 is equal to 25 minus 15 minus 6 is equal to 25 minus 21 is equal to 4. The solution to this is 4. Today we learned to solve an algebraic expression when value of one variable is given. In the next video, we will understand it better with some more examples. Thank you. Finding the value of an expression when value of one variable is given. Examples. Today we will learn examples on solving an algebraic expression when value of one variable is given. In the previous video, we learned about solving algebraic expressions when the value of one variable is given. Let's understand this better with the help of some examples. Example 1. Sumit has y number of roses and his brother Amit has 5 more than twice the number of roses Sumit has. If y is equal to 2, then find the total number of roses. As we know, the number of roses Sumit has is y, and his brother Amit has 5 more than twice the number of roses than Sumit. Therefore, the total number of roses with Amit will be is equal to 2 multiplied by y plus 5 is equal to 2y plus 5. The total number of roses will be is equal to y plus 2y plus 5 is equal to y plus 2y plus 5. By simplifying this expression, we get is equal to 3y plus 5. As we know that the value of y is 2, by substituting y with 2, we get is equal to 3 multiplied by 2 plus 5 is equal to 6 plus 5 is equal to 11. Hence, the total number of roses will be 11. Example 2. Simplify the following expression and find its value when the value of x is minus 3. 4. X plus 1 plus 2x minus 2. By simplifying this expression, we get 4x plus 4 plus 2x minus 2. By rearranging similar terms, we get 4x plus 2x plus 4 minus 2. By solving similar terms, we get 6x plus 2. Substituting x is equal to minus 3 in the expression, we get is equal to 6 minus 3 plus 2 is equal to minus 18 plus 2 is equal to minus 16. Therefore, our answer will be minus 16. Example 3. In the given expression, the value of x is 3. Find the value of the expression x cube plus 2x square plus 5. Substituting x is equal to 3 in the expression, we get 3 cube plus 2, 3 square plus 5. Here, 3 cube is 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 is equal to 27, and 2 multiplied by 3 square becomes 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 is equal to 18. Therefore, 27 plus 18 plus 5 is equal to 50. So today we saw examples on solving an algebraic expression when value of one variable is given. In the next video, we will see some misconceptions related to this. Thank you. Finding the value of an expression when value of one variable is given. Misconceptions. Today we will see some misconceptions related to solving an algebraic expression when the value of one variable is given. We learned this topic very well with some examples. There are few misconceptions related to algebraic expressions because of which we make mistakes while solving questions. The first misconception is not paying attention to the exponents. Often, children misunderstand or assume x square as x2 and solve the question accordingly. As a result, their answer goes wrong. Let's take a look. If a is equal to 4, then find the value of 2a square plus 3a. Children often misunderstand a square as a2 and solve it this way. 2a2 plus 3a is equal to 4a plus 3a is equal to 7a is equal to 7 multiplied by 4 is equal to 28. Obtained answer is 28, which is wrong. Let's now see what will be the correct solution. 2a square plus 3a means 2 times a square plus 3a. Now we will replace a with 4. 2 multiplied by 4 square plus 3 multiplied by 4. To solve in the correct sequence here, we will first multiply 2 by 4 square, then multiply 3 by 4 and then add them both is equal to 2 multiplied by 4 square plus 3 multiplied by 4 is equal to 2 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 4 plus 12 is equal to 32 plus 12. Now we will add 32 and 12, from which we will get is equal to 44. 44 is the correct answer. Misconception 2. Often children ignore the sign of the numbers while replacing a variable by its numeric value, and as a result the answer goes wrong. If s is equal to minus 2, find the value of the given expression s cube plus 3s plus 12. Your children solve it like this. 2 cube plus 3 multiplied by 2 plus 12 is equal to 8 plus 6 plus 12 is equal to 14 plus 12 is equal to 26. The answer we get is 26 and it's incorrect. Let's now see what will be the correct solution. By using s is equal to minus 2, we will get minus 2 cube plus 3 multiplied by minus 2 plus 12. Here, minus 2 cube is equal to minus 2 multiplied by minus 2 multiplied by minus 2 will be is equal to minus 8. And 3 multiplied by minus 2 will be is equal to minus 6. Now we will get is equal to minus 8 plus minus 6 plus 12 is equal to minus 14 plus 12 is equal to minus 2. So, minus 2 is the correct answer. Today we saw few misconceptions related to solving the algebraic expression given the value of a variable. Hope this video cleared some of the misconceptions you had on this topic and you have a clear understanding. Thank you. Using algebraic expressions in math formulas and rules. Today we will learn how to use algebraic expressions in formulas and rules of math. Many times in our daily life, we see such patterns in which the shapes are recurring. Let's see one such example. As you can see here, the first shape is in the form of a heart made of 5 matchsticks. By adding 4 matchsticks to it, we can get 2 hearts. Similarly, on adding 4 more matchsticks to it, we can create another heart like this. There are 5 matchsticks in the first heart, 9 in the second, 13 in the third, and 17 in the fourth. If we consider the number of matchsticks here as one term, the first term will be 5, the second term will be 9, the third term will be 13, and the fourth term will be 17. Here, we can also represent 5 as 1 plus 4 multiplied by 1, 9 as 1 plus 4 multiplied by 2, 13 as 1 plus 4 multiplied by 3, and 17 as 1 plus 4 multiplied by 4. Similarly, the nth term will be 1 plus 4 multiplied by n. Thus, if we want to find the total number of matchsticks to build n huts, then the rule will be 1 plus 4n. Here, n represents the number of total shapes that are in the form of a hut. So, if we want to find the total number of matchsticks to make n huts, we can find out the same by placing the value of n in this expression. So children, can you tell how many matchsticks will be required to build 10 huts? Let's take the value of n as 10. So, according to the formula, if we place the value of n in the rule, we will get is equal to 1 plus 4 multiplied by 10 is equal to 1 plus 40 is equal to 41. So, a total of 41 matchsticks will be required to build 10 huts. Let us now learn about the use of algebraic expressions in geometric figures. Children, look at this shape. Can you tell which shape it is? And what do you know about it? Yes, it's a square. We know that all the sides of the square are equal. Let us represent the side of this square with L, whose value here is 6 cm. Can you find its perimeter and the area? Let's find it out together. The perimeter of a square is equal to the sum of the lengths of all its sides. So, we can say that the perimeter of this square will be L plus L plus L plus L is equal to 6 cm plus 6 cm plus 6 cm plus 6 cm is equal to 24 cm. We can also show this in a different way, in which we multiply the square side by 4. That is, the perimeter of the square will be 4 multiplied by L is equal to 4 multiplied by 6 cm is equal to 24 cm. Generally, we show the perimeter of a square with P, hence we can say P is equal to 4 multiplied by L. With the help of this formula, you can find the perimeter of a square. Let us now find the area of this square. The area of a square is equal to the square of its side. So, the area of this square will be L square is equal to L multiplied by L is equal to 6 cm multiplied by 6 cm is equal to 36 cm square. So, the area of this square is 36 cm square. Here, if we represent the area of the square with A will be is equal to L square. With the help of this formula, you can find the area of a square. So children, now you can find the perimeter and area of any square using these formulas. Similarly, using the algebraic expressions in the formulas and rules of mathematics, we can find the area and perimeter of the rectangles, triangles, pentagons, etc. Today we learned how to use algebraic expressions in mathematical formulas and rules. Hope you understood this well. In the next video, we will understand them better with the help of some examples. Thank you. Using algebraic expressions in math formulas and rules. Examples. Today we will learn examples related to the use of algebraic expressions in the formulas and rules of mathematics. Till now, we learned about mathematical formulas and rules. In this video, we will understand them better with the help of examples. Example 1. If the area of a rectangle is 20 square centimeter and its length is 5 centimeter, what will be its width? Let's solve it together. The formula for the area of a rectangle is length multiplied by width. If written through an algebraic expression, the area of a rectangle will be L multiplied by B, where L represents length and B width. We are given that the area of this rectangle is 20 square centimeter and its length is 5 centimeter. Now, we place these values in the formula for the area of the rectangle. As we have just seen, that the area of the rectangle is L multiplied by B. That is, 20 is equal to 5 times B. Now we will get 20 is equal to 5B. Now we will divide both sides by 5. 20 by 5 is equal to 5B by 5. That will get us 4 is equal to B. Hence, the width of this rectangle will be 4 centimeter. Let us now see an example related to the number pattern. Observe the increasing order of the given figure of M and represent it in number pattern. Here, in the given figure of M shape, there are 4 matchsticks in the first figure. But 3 matchsticks are being added to each growing figure. As we can see that the first M has 1 additional matchstick in comparison to the rest. To make a number pattern of the increasing order of the shape of given M, if we consider the number of matchsticks as a term, we can see that 4 matchsticks in the first figure, 7 in the second, 10 in the third, and 13 in the fourth have been used. We can also show them as follows. 4 is equal to 1 plus 3 multiplied by 1. 7 is equal to 1 plus 3 multiplied by 2. 10 is equal to 1 plus 3 multiplied by 3. 13 is equal to 1 plus 3 multiplied by 4. A similar expression for the space of n would be 1 plus 3 multiplied by n is equal to 1 plus 3n. Here, n represents the total number of shapes of M. With the help of this expression, we can find the total number of matchsticks required to make n shapes of M. The number pattern of this pattern of M shape will be 4, 7, 10, 13 and 1 plus 3n. Where the first term is 4, the second term is 7, the third term is 10, the fourth term is 13 and similarly, the nth term will be 1 plus 3n. Many times, seeing the two shapes of M, we misunderstand the number of matchsticks as 4 plus 4 instead of 4 plus 3. And in the increasing order also, we keep making the mistake which gives us a wrong number pattern. Today we learned examples related to the use of algebraic expressions in mathematics formulas and rules. In the next video, we will see some misconceptions related to them. Thank you. Using algebraic expressions in math formulas and rules, misconceptions. Today we will learn some misconceptions related to the use of algebraic expressions in the formulas and rules of mathematics. We learned this subject well by some examples. Now, let's understand some false assumptions related to this. We often do some mistakes in making expressions of number patterns and solving them. Let's understand with the help of an example. Suppose you have 8 toffees and your brother has twice as many toffees than you. If you get 4 toffees every minute, then how many toffees will you have in the 4th minute? Now, if you have 8 toffees, then your brother will have 2 8 toffees. We know that in every minute, you both get 4 more toffees. So, after the first minute, the number of toffees you will have is a plus 4, which we can represent as the first term value like this. Now, after each next minute, we have to add 4 toffees, so the second term will be a plus 4 plus 4. That is, a plus 4 times 2 is equal to a plus 8. The third term will be a plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, that is, a plus 4 times 3 is equal to a plus 12. And the fourth term will be a plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, that is, a plus 4 times 4 is equal to a plus 16. So, the number of toffees you will have after the 4th minute is a plus 16. Thus, the n number term will be a plus 4n. So, we can say that after n minutes, the number of toffees you will have is a plus 4n. Here, n represents the total number of the minutes. If you put the value of n in this expression as 1, 2, 3, etc., the number of the toffees you get every minute can be calculated using the following pattern: a plus 4, a plus 8, a plus 12, a plus 16, and like this, a plus 4n. Similarly, after the first minute, the number of toffees your brother will have is 2a plus 4, which we can represent as the first term like this. Now, after every minute, we have to add 4 more toffees. So, the second term will be 2a plus 4 plus 4. That means 2a plus 4 times 2 is equal to 2a plus 8. The third term will be 2a plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. That means 2a plus 4 times 3 is equal to 2a plus 12. And the fourth term will be 2a plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. That means 2a plus 4 times 4 is equal to 2a plus 16. Thus, after the fourth minute, the number of toffees your brother will have is 2a plus 16. So we can say that after n minutes, the number of toffees your brother will have is 2a plus 4n. Note that in the beginning, your brother had twice as many toffees than you. But every minute, your brother got the same number of toffees as you, whose number is 4. Sometimes, children also double the number of toffees they get every minute, which gives them the first term like this: 2a plus 4 multiplied by 2, that is 2a plus 8, which is wrong. Just multiply a by 2 and not n. So, according to the correct pattern, the number of toffees your brother will have is 2a plus 4, 2a plus 8, 2a plus 12, 2a plus 16, and 2a plus 4n. Today we learned some misconceptions related to the use of algebraic expressions in mathematic formulas and rules. Hope this video has cleared many of your misconceptions. Thank you.